Allison Aylaian McAree. One of the first extraordinary performers on the Watertown High School girls track team, she held school records in the high jump, the 800 meters, the 200-meter sprint, and as a part of the 4x440 relay team. She was the captain of the gymnastics team and voted its outstanding performer. She was a superb and talented field hockey player. She went on to be captain of the BU track team, which was the #1 track team in New England in 1980. She won the long jump at the Greater Boston Championships in 1980. She was second in the high jump and third in the 440. She was a winner in the pentathlon as BU won the New England Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, Allison Aylaian McAree.
Glad to see some of you are still left. It is an honor for me and my family to be inducted into the Watertown High School Athletic Hall of Fame. It's also a great privilege for me to be included in the company of such distinguished and accomplished athletes. I look back on my athletic career at Watertown High with truly fond memories. I took part in field hockey, gymnastics, and track, but I'd have to say the area that I enjoyed the most and that which probably made the most significant impact on me was the sport of track and field. It afforded you the opportunity to not only challenge yourself individually, but at the same time contribute to an overall team effort. I was part of a very talented team who, for my 3 years in high school, allowed us to go with a winning season, 7-1, under the guidance and expertise of Coach Tony Flecker and Coach Elaine Martello. But I think what made even more of an impact on me was the fact that all my teammates displayed a remarkable amount of team spirit, camaraderie, and genuine concern for each other. I also enjoyed the opportunity to participate in the sport with my twin sister Debbie, who captained the track team in our senior year. We also shared the track with my brother Doug, who participated and excelled in the men's team at the same time, and my sister Susan and Greg followed several years later to excel in the track and running events as well. So I guess you could say track runs in the family. I'd also like to mention my husband Rick is also quite an athlete who excelled in track and football at Severian as well as Tufts as well. As I was asked to recall my high school sports experiences, a couple of memories that stand out in my mind surface around the practice sessions in track and field. At least once a week, we inevitably would have to do a sprinter's workout, and this entailed sprinting up Palfrey Hill. Now, for those of you who aren't from Watertown, Palfrey Hill is Watertown's own Heartbreak Hill. We had to sprint up this hill as fast as we could while being timed by Coach Flecker, who followed behind us in his Jeep, along with his sheepdog Winnie, who followed us in hot pursuit, nipping at our heels, helping to keep us on pace. I think we owe them both a lot. And I can still drive by Palfrey Hill to this day and break out in a sweat. On another practice occasion, we were running a mid-distance route through Watertown Square. And on our return back to Victory Field, one of the girls brought up a great idea of taking a shortcut. Well, we were near the end of the run, and that shortcut sounded like a good idea to us. So we took it. And we thought we were pretty smug making it back to Victory Field in record time. However, Coach Flecker failed to see the humor in this after getting a phone call from the owner of Woolworth's department store stating that 30 girls in red Watertown High tracksuits ran right through his store and through the turnstiles and out the back parking lot. Well, needless to say, I learned a lesson that day about shortcuts that has certainly carried over with me in my life to this day. On a more serious note, though, I really have learned much from participating in sports teams that's helped me to prepare for the challenges and attaining goals in my life. It's helped me to develop a sense of commitment, dedication, perseverance, and team spirit, all of which I call upon to this day in my personal and professional life. Looking back on one sports event in particular that taught me an important lesson was the track meet against Belmont High. Each year, we would come up against Belmont with a winning season, and each year, we lost it, and ended up with a 7-1 count at the end of the year. But it was especially bittersweet at the end of my senior year, since we had the track meet within our reach, however, lost it in the last few seconds during the last relay race. And although we were disappointed and I was just devastated at the time, it taught me one of those lifelong lessons that is indelibly etched into my life today. It's not who comes in first in the race, rather it's how you run your race, and if it's run to the best of your abilities, guided with a strong sense of purpose and values, then you've won your race and you've attained something even greater than first place. Thank you. I quickly would also like to thank my parents, Mom and Dad. Without your support and your patience, I never would have been able to take advantage of all these opportunities. I can't thank you enough. I'd also like to thank my sister Debbie, whose commitment and dedication to running was always an inspiration to me. A special thanks to Coach Flecker and Coach Martello. Your teachings are with me.